Hello and welcome back to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette High School Sports WPIAL YouTube channel. My name is Matt Press. I'm one of the PG's high school sports writers, and we are back with another edition of Athlete of the Week. Today we are here with our boys' Athlete of the Week, Charlie Heese from Greater Latrobe Senior High School, cross country track. This past Saturday ran a 15:37 at the Red, White, and Blue Classic at White Oak Park, personal best, and won the Class 3A boys section of the meet. Charlie, how you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So before we get into some questions, I'd just like to let everyone know that this week's Athlete of the Week is presented by Dave & Buster's in Homestead. As part of the recognition, Charlie will receive a Dave & Buster's gift basket, including a DNB Power Card, which can be picked up at the Homestead location. From Wednesday, September 17th through Tuesday, September 23rd, anyone from Greater Latrobe Senior High School who visits Dave & Buster's Homestead and mentions their school will have 20% of their check donated directly to the Greater Latrobe PTO. So grab your teammates, classmates, and family and head to Dave & Buster's in Homestead, where you can eat, drink, play, watch sports, and support Greater Latrobe at the same time. Thanks again to Dave & Buster's Homestead, proud sponsor of the Post-Gazette WPIAL Athlete of the Week. All right, so Charlie, talk about your performance in the meet first. So aside from exhausted, I'm sure when you crossed the finish line, just how are you feeling immediately?
I felt relieved because I knew I was supposed to be up in the front. Like I believe deep down in myself that's where I was supposed to be, but I didn't really expect to take the race that early. I think I started to separate myself from the front pack around a mile and a half into it, and that wasn't my plan from the start, but it just sort of happened. I noticed the leaders started to pull back, and that pace already felt really relaxed for me, so I just kept pressing a little bit.
And we had talked after, and you said when you were training over the summer, you were up to 70 miles a week.
Mhm.
Curious, what's the longest you've ever run in one sitting?
14. 14's
14.
been usually my long run.
Are you like thinking about anything when you're on runs that long? Are you listening to music? Just like how are
Mm,
you staying focused and keeping it going?
most of my summer runs, if it wasn't team practices, like if it was a double or a day that I didn't have practices, I would be on the treadmill, which people probably call me crazy, but I'd rather do that than run outside for some reason. But some days it's music, some days I have a TV show or YouTube playing. But even if I'm outside, I just enjoy running so much that I just like being out there.
So do you enjoy track more than cross country? Is there one you prefer?
There's not one that I like more. I just love to run. So
Mhm.
whenever I get the opportunity, it's amazing.
How did you initially get into cross country? Did you play any other sports growing up?
I wrestled from first grade to eighth grade, and
Oh
then it
wow.
was always when I wrestled, it was like the conditioning at the end. Oddly enough, it was the running that I enjoyed doing, and then seventh grade, I decided might as well run cross country and track, and I enjoyed it so much over wrestling that I dropped it, and now I'm running all the time.
Is there anything at all you could take from wrestling that you think you've like implemented into cross country or track or anything?
Definitely, there was I mean, just how hard I had to work for it. I
Mhm.
mean, like, I wasn't great at it, but I don't think I was terrible at it. But, just the work ethic that I got from it, and at the can at the club I wrestled for, All American Wrestling Club, Coach Waller, he would always say, "If you can believe, you can achieve." And I've lived by that ever since he said that to me. Like, that's all I think of on runs is just trying to believe, and I know it'll be possible.
Mhm. And I don't know if anyone's particular about it, but do you have a go-to meal the night before a big meet?
Um, not it's definitely some kind of carb. I like, basic pasta and chicken. That's kind of what I would go for.
How about after? Is there something you like to go for after?
Not anything, to be honest. There would be anything would be fine, but even still, just lots of carbs. That's what I love.
Mhm. And this kind of random. I saw you were doing an Eagle Scout project
Oof.
that's kind of ties into into running a little bit. Can you just tell me a little bit about that?
So actually, that afternoon after the race, I finished installing. I'm doing directional signs and mile markers on my home cross-country course at the high school. So they're just now finally installed and ready for our senior night tomorrow night.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I know I'm sure there's been, I don't know, camping or
Yeah.
a lot of activities for scouts. Is there like a favorite thing you've done in your time?
Our troop, we always go up to Benazet in late November just for a
Okay.
fun weekend at one of our old Scoutmasters cabins, and we always spend the weekend up there, and that's always just a really fun time to hang out with the group.
How'd you get into scouts? Is that something you've kind of always done?
Yeah, it's even from like first grade, it was just something I've always done and really liked to do.
Hmm. Are you hoping to run in college? Is that something you've started to consider?
Yeah, that's definitely the plan to
Hmm.
run in college.
Yeah. And how about the rest of the season? So you set your personal record in the 5K on Saturday. What do you have any other goals for the rest of this year?
There's not a few super specific goals. Like I know I can definitely run faster, and I know there was part of me that definitely held back on Saturday. Like I know I can go pretty quick. So it's the same course as the district course, and that I really expect to run much quicker then. But see what I can do at districts, and then come states, go for it at states and see what happens.
How much do the courses do they change your approach? Because at least at the White Oak Park, you improved like over a minute from the race last year to this one. So just how much do the courses really factor into what you're doing?
They to an extent, I mean, most of them feel the same unless it's kind of a school course that's
Hmm.
not great, but then most of them are generally moderate. There's none that are we live in Western Pennsylvania, so there's none that are gonna be incredibly flat,
Hmm.
but I mean, there's not much different, and then it's just the state meet where you kinda gotta just deal with it a little more, with all the hills at Hershey.
Hmm. For sure. So we'll wrap up with a couple non-running questions. Just what's your favorite thing to do away from running, away from the track, whatever it might be?
I'll have to say photography. That's something
Mm.
a year ago I really started to pick up, and it's just something I like to do that's not running.
Is it nature? What kind of things do you like shooting?
Um, this summer it's been nature. We went out to Yellowstone, the Grand Tetons, and the Badlands, and that was just amazing to photograph. And then even, my brother swims, so I'll photograph all the swim meets that he does.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm.
So Yellowstone, is there a dream place that you'd want to go and maybe photograph?
I would want to go back to the Tetons.
Okay.
Just, that area was amazing to see.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. All right. So that is our boys athlete of the week for this week. Greater Latrobe's Charlie Heese, cross country personal record at the White Oak Park red, white, and blue classic, 15:37. And as a reminder, be sure to like, subscribe, always keep up to date with our channel, and check out all our written work, of course, at post-gazette.com. And I will see you guys next time.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.